So welcome everybody to yoga. And today we're going to do a few moon salutations, and you might need a block for the part of the salutation that comes to the side of the mat. So popping a block or a brick or some kind of support, better to have it and not need it than to not have it and have poor form, perhaps. And then we will bring ourselves to standing on our mats. So let's begin with the feet nice and wide, a little softness in the knees, and then twisting from side to side. Ooh, excuse me, twisting from side to side. As we practice Kati Chakrasana, just allow it to be an exploration of how your body is responding to movement and how you are feeling today. So to begin with, just allow your movement to be really natural, just as it naturally falls. And feel. So for example, my right hip feels a little bit more than my left hip today. The shoulders are a little bit stiffy. And I can hear the usual clunking and clicking as I move. And then you can begin to think about your form a little bit. So thinking about how the feet are moving on the mat. The softness in the knees, and if that suits you, if not, freeing your feet to pivot as well. A little lift in the pelvic floor, engaging through the abdominal muscles in a way that is lifting and lengthening rather than holding and contracting. So supporting movements. Softness in the shoulders, arms, elbows, and hands. And allow your head to move on top of your shoulders, so there's no real movement in the neck. The head just follows the center of the chest. And when you're ready, you can begin to pivot on your toes. Maybe that feels a little bit differently in the legs. Still keeping that lifting engagement through your center. And if you'd like to, you can add a bend of the knees in the center. So it's just a gentle bend, gentle dip and twist, dip and twist. And if you want to, you can add your arms a little destination. So finishing your hands wherever is good for you. Opposite shoulder in front, opposite hip behind is quite nice. You may prefer to wrap them across your chest or across your middle or across your hips. We're going to gently release the bend a little and then transfer this into a side, as opposed to a twist, a side stretch. So we'll take the arms down and reach them out to one side, and then a softness of the knees and reach to the other side. So we're penduluming the arms across the front of the body. Lengthen away from your opposite foot. And so you're stretching the right arm and leg, and then the left arm and leg away from each other. Again, allowing your head to gently follow the movement. Feeling the sides of the body waking up. And maybe the shoulders are beginning to feel it now. So we're going to let the movement become a little smaller, and then come back walking the feet together in the center and doing gentle twisting here in the center, but looking forward. So looking forward, head no longer moves at all or very little, and the arms wrap the body as we gently twist more in the center of the body. Good. And then when you're ready, you can gently begin to release your movement a little at a time until you're back to standing steady in the center. When that happens, just widening your feet a touch, because we're going to close the eyes or gaze gently downward. Stand in your mountain pose and observe the effect of your practice. Observe the sensations through the body. Observe the areas that perhaps need a little extra care today. The areas that feel awakened, ready for action. When you're ready, you can bring your hands to Namaste, lifting your chest, taking your chin towards your chest, just enough to feel a gentle stretch. Ian, that might not be very much today. That's okay. And we're going to take a really nice big smile. And then raise our heads and open our eyes. Awesome stuff. Well done, guys. So, welcome, welcome. And we're going to do a little walking around the mat before we begin our moon salutation today, because it really activates the feet, makes us really in touch with our feet, and therefore the hips are a little bit more engaged as well. So up onto your tiptoes as high as you can go, nice and firm in the belly, and walking around the space that you've got. So it doesn't matter if you walk in circles or undulating lines around your furniture. And it can be on your mat or it can be on your floor. If your floor is hard, like a tile or wooden floor, then you get a little bit more feedback through the feet. If you are walking on carpet, it won't be quite as dramatic an effect, but that's okay, it still has an effect. Okay, so once we've gone around on our tiptoes, we're going to just stop, float our feet to the floor, observe the feeling in the balls of the feet, and then come up onto heels and maybe walk in the opposite direction around your space, just for energetic balance. So walking on your heels, try to make your movement as natural as possible. Bend your knees. It's the thing, people tend to walk with their legs very straight. Bend your knees and notice what you're doing with your arms. Have you also made your arms and fingers very rigid? Try and keep them nice and soft. When you're ready, you can stop, float your feet to the floor, and just feel now the activation of the heels, the sensation perhaps of warmth and of vibration there. Then we're going to turn onto the outside edges of the feet, walk in your first direction. Walking around. Here, it's a little bit harder to walk with a really natural gait, perhaps. So just remembering to keep the knees, a little bend in the knees. You don't need to look at your feet, of course. You can just look up and enjoy the space around you. Keeping your arms also nice and relaxed. People tend to turn the little fingers in, just as the little toes are turned in. So if you can notice that you've done that, relaxing your hands, but also observing that connection between the hands and the feet. Wherever you are, stopping, floating your feet to the floor, and then we'll try the inside edges of the feet. So walking in the opposite direction, inside edges of the feet. And this is penguin, so lots of people find that their hands turn around and they do this little thing with their arms. So if you notice that, relaxing your arms. Observing if your knees fall together a little bit as you walk and you're walking from your knees, or if you can walk from your hips. And then coming to a stand, floating your feet to the floor again. And here we're just going to rest for a moment, standing tall. So we have a sense of lifting as we stand, but also taking our awareness with closed eyes or gazing gently downward to our feet. Notice all of the parts of your feet that you're aware of now. It's like the feet have come alive. And you might feel that your ankles have also been working, or the muscles in your calves. Perhaps they were not awake prior to this. Observe all the parts of the feet that touch the floor, the pad of each toe, the ball of the foot, perhaps parts of the outside edge of the foot, the heel. Is it the whole of the heel? Does it feel like a circle or a semicircle? Can you feel the edges of the heel as well as the center? And then moving your awareness to the parts of the feet that don't touch the floor. For some people, that will be the part of the back of the toe between the pad and where the toe joins the rest of the foot. The instep. And for some people, it's a lot of the instep that is not in contact with the floor, and others very little. Observing that sensation of space between you and the floor. So here we're going to try to energetically communicate with our feet. So wherever our weight is in contact with the floor directly through the feet, we can feel downward energy, a sense of connection, a sense of grounding. And wherever we have space, perhaps a sense of lifting, of rising, of growing tall. With the feet still active in this way, begin to gently draw the muscles of the thighs into action, to draw the knees upwards. So lifting the knees, not locking the knees straight, but lifting the knees, engaging the pelvic floor, maybe just gently tucking the tailbone down if you are like me and you tend to tuck out. Firming the belly muscles, drawing the shoulder blades down the back towards each other to turn the palms forwards. Lengthen through the back of the neck so that the crown of the head is lifted, the space in both the throat and the neck. Take a few deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can bring your hands again to Namaste, keeping the chest lifted, chin towards the chest. And we'll do a few neck rotations here. So Ian just taking care, and everybody else rolling the left ear towards the left shoulder, and then rolling the chin back towards the chest, right ear towards right shoulder. Really gentle movements, chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. Go a few more times in each direction, particularly if that feels like the body's talking a lot to you. And these are easing movements, so we're not looking to push or strain or stretch in any way. We're just exploring the range of movement that feels comfortable in this early stage of practice. It doesn't matter what shape you make at all. And if you're ready, you can roll left ear to left shoulder and then lift the chin slightly so you take the nose up towards the ceiling and take the right ear over to the right shoulder, making a kind of semicircular shape, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Lift your chin, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder, lift your chin, right ear to right shoulder, and chin to chest. Let's go the opposite way. Right ear to right shoulder, lift your chin, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest. We'll do about 3 or 4 in this direction. If you're going slower, that's okay. Try not to go quicker than this if possible. You don't want to over stimulate those muscles or encourage them to shorten. You're trying to encourage them to lengthen. One more in this direction, finishing with your chin to your chest, and then raising your head gently, releasing your hands, wriggling your shoulders if they should need wriggling. Awesome sauce. So here, if you need to release the neck in any way, you can do that. Any movements that feel good to you. And then fingertips onto the shoulders. And we're going to make big circles with the elbows coming together and up, and draw the shoulder blades back and down. So let's breathe with this. Breathing in as you draw the elbows together and up. Breathing out as you draw the shoulder blades back and down. Breathing in forward. Breathing in back. Breathing in forward. Breathing in back. Let's do 2 more. Breathing in forward. Breathing in back. Breathing out back even. Breathing in forward. Breathing out back. Hopefully you were doing that right. And let's go the other way. Breathing in back. Breathing out forward. Breathing in back. Breathing out forward. Breathing in back. Breathing out forward. Check your plunking. Breathing in back. Breathing out forward. We'll do 1 more in this direction. And release the arms down to the sides. Make any movements with your head or your neck or your shoulders that feel good. Super. Let's keep the knees a little soft for this next one. Because when we do things sometimes with the arms, as we experience with the feet and the hands, we can transfer the energy to other parts of the body. So let's keep the knees nice and soft, firmness in your center, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, and then drop them down. Just dropping. Yeah. Shrugging up. You can even breathe out as you drop. Dropping down. 1 more. Shrugging up. And dropping down. This time we're going to do it slowly. Shrugging all the way up. Holding briefly there. And then allow the shoulders to come down to their neutral spot. Then pressing the shoulders, the palms, down to the floor. Let the shoulders come as well. Holding them down, feeling that extra length down the sides of the neck, and gently releasing. Shrugging slowly up to hold. Releasing slowly back to a neutral position. Pressing down to the floor with the palms of the hands. At the same time, lengthen the crown of the head up, and slowly release. 1 more time. Shrugging slowly up to hold. Slowly releasing down. Pressing the palms towards the floor. And slowly releasing away. Awesome sauce. Make any sorts of movements that feel good to you. Pieces. So we're going to do just a little bit of gentle moving of the spine and the hips to help us create a little bit of space before we move into our moon salutation. So I'm just turning sideways so you can see a little bit. So here we're going to widen the feet, soften the knees, and draw the elbows wide with the arms nicely bent at the elbows. So cactus arms. And then firm in your center, Breathe in as you open your chest, looking up. And breathe out as you imagine reaching over a really big ball and just curling the spine a little bit forward. Not really a forward bend, just flexing forward. Breathing in as we open the chest, dropping the elbows, widening that space through the front of the body. Breathing out as you lengthen the back of the body. Imagine draping forward over a big ball, knees still bent. Breathing in. Breathing out, scoop the belly in as you come forward. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Last one. Breathing out. We'll finish by breathing in as we stand tall, lengthening the arms, turning the palms down, just floating them to the sides. If you need to wriggle your shoulders, wriggling your shoulders. And then we're going to do the other one that we do sometimes together, where we breathe in and reach up onto tiptoes, reaching the hands over the head, crossing the arms, and then breathing out, bending from the hips, so keeping the back nice and long, bending in the knees and reaching the hands down in front. So firm in the belly, breathing in up onto tiptoes if you can. Breathing out, bending from the hip, keeping the chest open and the back long. Really using your belly muscles as you breathe in, up. Breathing out, lengthening through the back of the body. Breathing in and up. Breathing out, a little bit like a gym squat. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and down. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and down. We'll do one more. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and down. And then we're going to finish by just with flat feet, breathing in, lifting the arms wide and up, turning the palms, floating the arms down to the side. Awesome sauce. So here, now we've done that, if you need to wiggle, of course, wiggling. We're going to keep our knees a little soft, hands onto the hips, firm in the belly, and just make some hip circles. So circling the hips, trying to keep the rest of the body quite still. We'll do the other one as well, I promise. So the hips, the center of the body in the chest, in the head quite still, circling the hips, allowing the knees to be as soft as they need to be to facilitate the movement. We'll go the opposite way as well. And just enjoy that little movement through the sides of the body, perhaps the front of the pelvis. Wherever you feel it, get into your rhythm. We did a lot of wiggling just before class on the talky bit of the video that nobody sees. And then we're going to come to the front and put our whole bodies into it. So here, if this feels comfortable, you don't need to make such a big movement, but if it feels comfortable, hands on the hips, firmness in the belly, and just allowing your body to follow the movement that your hips are making. Oh, I can see some great stirring torsos on the camera feed. Excellent. Let's go the opposite way as well. Very good. Notice which one you enjoy more, whether it's the first one, the more contained movement, or if you enjoy this bigger undulation of the body. Very good. One more and we'll come back to center. And coming back to center, we're going to relax the arms. Just give ourselves a moment to wriggle the shoulders. Find that centered feeling of grounding in the feet. Maybe just smiling. It's quite a good day. Aces. Okay, so we're probably ready for a little bit of moon salutation action. So we're going to go gently and slowly through the first one, and then we will stop and do it maybe 2 more times if we've got the time. If you happen to have 2 blocks, you can have one on each side of your mat. If you don't worry, we can shift one from the front to the back, sorry. Okay. So the moon salutation starts at what you would call the front of your mat. And just as we would do for a sun salutation, we have the feet hip width apart. I'm going to do this side on just so you can see in case you're not incredibly familiar. But then if you want to be at the short end of your mat, that's better. So you can have your feet closer together if you feel more adept. For the first one of the day, I always have at least hip width apart. But if you wanted to, you can work with the big toes together. The heels perhaps don't touch, but come quite close. So we're spreading our toes, standing tall, thinking about that lift from the center of the foot all the way up to the crown of the head, relaxing the shoulder blades down, turning the palms forward, lengthening through the back of the neck. Breathe in here. And breathe out, bringing the hands to Namaste. We're going to breathe in, reaching the arms up. We're going to breathe out, separate the hands and drop the shoulders down. We're going to breathe in, reach the left arm over to the right side of the body. We'll start with the left. Breathe back to center. Breathe in, reach the right arm over. And breathe back to center. Our first time we're going to do it twice. Breathing in as you lengthen to the side and return. Breathing in as you lengthen and return. Then we're going to breathe in as we look up and breathe out as we fold forward. Soft knees on the way down, coming into a forward bend. Here we're going to step the left foot back first. So we're going to step the left foot back as we breathe in and drop the knee to the floor. And on our first round, we're just going to do this. So holding here as you breathe. On our second round, we'll do the half moon pose or crescent moon pose, okay? First round, we're just going to stick with this variation. So from here, we're going to turn to the long side of the mat. So we're going to lengthen the back leg, which is the left leg, turn the toes to point towards the long side of the mat, and take our forearm, right forearm, onto the right thigh. So we're sort of halfway turned. We're going to reach the left arm over because we're in extended side angle pose. Awesome stuff. So here we're just going to hold for a couple of moments to let everybody catch up. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other, lengthen through the fingertips, lengthen through the outside edge of the back foot. Then we're going to turn the top hand and breathe in up to center. Lengthen the right foot, leg, and turn the right foot to point to the long edge of the mat. Very good. Here we are in our twinkling star pose. And we're going to do a gentle, but not gentle, we're going to do a forward bend with a twist. So we breathe in here and breathe out as we fold forward, and you can reach your hands for your block. Left hand first going up, so right hand stays down. Breathe in, turn to the left, maybe looking to the left a little. Breathing out back to center. Breathing in as you turn to the right. Breathing out back to center. We're going to do it one more time to each side on our first round. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and down. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and down. Then we're going to bend the knees a little, turn the feet out, and press through the buttocks and come into goddess pose or horse stance. There we are. So here we are in our horse stance, and we've got, we're going to do 3 of our breaths, okay? So we're going to breathe in, lengthen arms and legs, and as you breathe out, fists to the waist, bending the knees. Lovely. Breathing in, arms reaching out. breathing out. Lovely, one more. Breathing in, breathing out. Very good. We're going to breathe in, lengthen the arms and legs. We're going to turn the right heel to either be parallel or pointing backwards. Turn the left foot to point to the opposite end of the mat. We're going to bend the front knee, bring the left forearm to the front thigh, and then reach the right hand over. So we're extended side angle in the opposite direction. We'll take a deep breath, rolling the shoulder blades together here, just lengthening through the neck so that the head is neutral. And then we're going to allow the right arm to reach forward, and we're going to pivot on the back foot. So we drop the back knee, drop the right arm and the left arm down. We're coming into a sort of runner's lunge here. We'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then we're going to move into a standing forward bend. So step your back foot all the way forward and allow yourself to fold over your legs. To come up, we're going to bend the knees deeply. Breathe in as we sweep the hands forward. Drop your bottom standing tall. And dropping the shoulders down as you breathe out. And left hand first. Breathing in as you reach the left hand over. And breathing out back to center. Breathing in, reaching the right hand over. Breathing out back to center. Side bending. Breathing in. Breathing out. Last one. Breathing in. Breathing out. You're going to breathe in, reach up with the chest. And breathe out, bring the hands down to Namaste. Very good. So that's our first half round. Going to relax the arms for a moment. And we're going to do the same thing again. We still step back with the left foot first. So you'll end up at the opposite side of your mat. And here we go. So same thing, we're going to do 2 of the side bends. We're going to do 2 of the wide leg forward bend twists on this rotation. We'll keep the lunges nice and low, and off we go. So standing in Tadasana, rolling the shoulder blades down the back, the palms roll forward. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out, bring the hands to Namaste. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Breathing out as you separate the hands and drop the shoulders down. Left hand first. Breathe in as you lengthen the left hand over to the right side of the body. Breathe in, back to center. Breathe out, back to center. Breathe in as you lengthen the right hand over. And breathe out, back to center. One more time to each side. Breathing in as you lengthen. Breathing out as you return. Breathing in as you lengthen. Breathing out as you return. Breathe in, look slightly up, open the chest, lift the belly, and breathe out as you fold forward into your forward bend. Nice softness in the knees. Breathe in, step the left foot back, knee to the mat as you open the chest. And then breathe out as you just transfer your weight into the back leg, lengthen the back leg, turn the back toes, and bring the right forearm to the right thigh. We're going to breathe in as we sweep the left arm up and over. So we're extended side angle pose. And we'll stop for a breath here. Exhaling, firm in the belly, firm in the buttocks. Inhaling. And exhaling. Let's turn the top palm up. Inhale up to center, lengthen both legs. Exhale as you pivot your right foot. So both feet, toes point to the long side of the mat. So here we're going to do our forward bend. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale as you fold forward from the hips, reaching the hands to some support if you need it. Leave the right hand down. Inhale, left arm up to the left, twisting to the left. Exhale, down. Weight in your toes as well as your heels. Inhale to the right. Exhaling down. Inhale. Left, you can keep your knees soft if you need to. Exhale down. Inhale right. Exhale down. Inhale, turn your toes out. Bend your knees. And exhale as you bring yourself into horse stance or goddess squat. Soft elbows, soft knees. Inhale as you lengthen, open the chest, exhaling. Inhaling 2 more times. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling, finishing in your twinkling star pose. Exhale as you turn your right heel out, your left toes point towards the end of the mat. Inhale as you drop your left elbow or forearm to the left thigh, and exhale your right arm over. Hold for a breath in here, and a breath out. Then we're going to inhale, reach the right hand forward, pivot on the back toe, and exhale the right knee down, coming into our runner's lunge, opening the chest, using the shoulder blades. We've inhaled here. We're going to exhale, stepping both feet towards the short end of the mat and folding into a forward bend. And then we're going to bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the hands forward, drop your bottom, press into your heels, open your chest as you reach up. And then exhale here, shoulders down. Left hand first, side bends. Inhale as you reach to the right side of the body. Exhale as you return. Inhale, reaching right hand to left. Exhale as you return. Inhale, bending towards the right. Exhale as you return. Inhale, bending towards the left. Exhale as you return. Inhale, looking up, opening the chest, and exhaling the hands down to namaste. Just relax for a moment, softening the knees, relaxing the arms, wiggling anything that needs to be wiggled. So, this is the not the sun salutation, the moon salutation. And there are lots of different versions of it, so you can add or remove postures as long as you get the general feel. The general feel is that there's a lot of side bending to open the sides of the body, there's a lot of twisting, and there's a lot of power in the hips. So it's really good for this. And we can add things to it. So for those of you who are a little bit wanting a little bit more action, you can keep your feet together when you're standing at the ends of your mat. And instead of widening the arms and dropping the shoulders, you can keep your palms together. And as you go to the side bend, you can actually lengthen your hips away from you as well. So you get a little bit more side bending from side to side. Okay, but just go easy with it. This time, we're not going to stop at the end of the opposite end of our mat. So we'll come up, we'll do the side bend once to each side, and then we'll open the chest and fold forward and do the whole thing again. And we're going to add the crescent moon to our lunges. But we're still taking it a little slow, so don't worry if you're breathing. If I muddle the breathing, which is usual, just keep breathing, that's the key. And if you are breathing differently, as long as you're breathing steady and not too quick, that's okay. So let us come to the top end of our mat for beginning again. Standing tall, rolling the shoulder blades down the back, turning the palms forward, lengthening through the crown of the head. But just do everything once this time. You're going to breathe in here. Breathe out the hands to namaste. Breathe in, reach the arms up, separate the shoulders if you want to, and breathe out as you lengthen the left side of the body by bending towards the right. Breathe in back to the center, and breathe out to the opposite side. Breathe in back to the center, open the chest. Breathe out as you fold into your forward bend, bending your knees if you need to. Breathe in and step your left foot back as far as it will go, knee to the mat. And we're going to breathe out, bringing our hands up to the top of the right thigh. Here, we want to use the buttocks a little bit. You can have your back toes tucked under or tucked flat, whichever is better for you. Sometimes there's a little bit more power in the back leg with the toes tucked under. Firm in the belly, and we're going to breathe in, reach the arms up over the head. Breathe out, just dropping the shoulders to open the chest. Here, we'll maybe pulse a little bit up and down. So we're going to breathe in, press away from our front foot, and breathe out, press away from our back foot. Breathing in and up, Breathing out and down. We'll do one more. Breathing in and up. Breathing out and down. Here we're going to breathe in as we drop the right forearm to the right leg. And then lengthen the left leg as we breathe out and turn the foot. So lengthen left leg, breathe in, reach the left arm over, coming into extended side angle pose. For a breathe out. Turning the top palm, breathing in, standing up, and we're going to turn the right foot in, breathing out. Here we've got, if you need to adjust your feet, adjust your feet. We're going to breathe in, open the chest, turn the palms up maybe, breathe out as we fold forward from the hips, hands come to our block or some support, knees can be bent. And here we're just going to spend a moment before we start our turns, checking that your weight isn't all in your heels. So you can rock yourself a little bit backwards and forwards if you like, or if you know that you are sagging your bottom behind you and your weight is all in your heels, just transfer it to the middle of your foot so you feel that your toes engage a little bit more. Leave your right hand down, firm your belly, firm the thighs by drawing your knees up, and then left hand up first, turning to the left, inhaling. Exhaling back to center, inhaling the right arm up, exhaling back to center. Here, inhaling as you turn the heels in and exhaling, bending the knees and bringing the arms wide. Lovely. One deep breath. Inhale, star-shaped pose. Exhale, good job. Inhale, lengthen one more time. Exhale as you turn in your right foot, turn out your left foot. Inhale, taking the left forearm to the left thigh. Exhale, reaching over into extended side angle pose. We'll stay for one more breath in. And one more breath out. Then reach the right hand as you inhale, pivot on the back toe, turning into your runner's lunge. Is that inhaling? Yes, we'll exhale here. Then we'll inhale the hands to the top of the left thigh, and then exhale as we reach the arms up and drop the shoulders down. Here, we're just going to pulse in and out a little bit. So we just want to make sure that the front knee doesn't travel beyond the front toes, if that doesn't feel particularly comfortable. Tucking the tailbone under, firming the belly. Going to inhale, press slightly away from the front foot. Exhale, press slightly away from the back foot. Feel the length down the front of the right thigh. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling. And exhaling. Here, we'll inhale as we open the chest. Exhale, both hands down at the front. Inhale, lengthen the back leg. And exhale, step that foot forward to the front. Bend your knees deeply. Inhale, sweep the hands forward, reaching up, bring the palms together if you want to. Exhaling here. Inhale, lengthen towards the right. And exhale back to center. Inhale, side bend to the left. And exhale back to center. Here, inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold into your forward bend, soft knees. Inhale. Step the left foot back as far as it goes. Exhaling, knee to the floor, hands to the top of the thigh. Lovely. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, dropping the shoulders down. With the buttocks firm, the belly firm, let's do those 3 pulses. Inhaling, pressing away from your front foot. Exhaling, pressing away from your back foot. Inhaling, slightly up. Exhaling, slightly down. Inhaling, slightly up. Exhaling, slightly down. Inhaling here, and then exhale as you drop your right forearm to your right thigh and lengthen the back leg. Inhale, sweep the left hand over, extended side angle pose. Let's take a deep breath in here. Firm the buttocks, firm the feet, and exhaling, turn the top hand. Inhale up to center. Exhale as you turn your right foot forward. Inhale, roll the chest open, maybe turn the palms open. Exhale, folding forward from your hips. And find your block. So check your feet are aligned. They're in this, they're in the same line. Wiggle if you need to wiggle. And check that your weight is in your heels, in the center of your foot, not just your heels. Firm the belly, leave the right hand down. Inhale, lift the left arm up, twisting to the left. Exhaling down. Inhale to the right. Exhaling down. Inhale, draw your heels in, bend your knees. Exhaling, bring yourself into a horse stance. Inhale, lengthen arms and legs, twinkle like a star. Exhale, wonderful. Inhale, star-shaped again. Exhale, turn out the back heel, turn the front foot forward, and reach your left elbow to your left thigh. Inhale, reach the right arm over. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Hold as you breathe out. Breathing in one more time. And as you breathe out, let your right hand follow its circle down to the floor, and pivot on your back foot and drop your back heel, knee down. Inhale, bring the hands to the top of the left thigh, and exhale here. Let's take the hands up again, inhaling overhead, exhaling, shoulders down. Doing 3 pulses, inhaling slightly up, exhaling slightly further into the lunge. Check your knees not too far forward. Inhaling slightly up, exhaling slightly down, firm in the belly and the buttocks. Inhaling slightly up, exhaling slightly down. In this position, inhale as you open the chest, exhale, fold forward over the front leg. Inhale, lengthen the back leg. Exhale, step both feet to the front, soft knees and forward bend. We'll hold the forward bend for just a couple of deep breaths, I think. So you can hold elbow to elbow, or you can hold with the backs of the hands towards the mat. You can let your shoulders relax completely, or you can roll your shoulder blades towards each other and create length down the back of the neck. Take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Then bend the knees, breathe in as you sweep the hands forward, drop the bottom as you stand tall. Exhale, shoulders down and palms together. Inhale as you lengthen the left side by moving towards the right side bend. Exhale back to center. Inhale, lengthening the right side by moving to the left. And exhale back to center. Here we're going to take a pause. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale the hands to Namaste. Release the arms, step your feet a little bit further apart, wiggle anything that needs to be wiggled. Fantastic stuff. Okay, guys, so I hope that was okay. Once you get into the breath, it moves relatively quickly, and the trick is just working on pivoting the feet, and that becomes more natural with time as well. So this time, we're going to do it through one more time, and we're going to add only if you want to add. So in the first lunge that we have, you can come up onto into this position, and we're going to do a side bend here as well. So we'll do 2 to each side, and then we'll do a twist here as well, 2 to each side. Okay, before we move into the rest of our sequence. And for those who would like to try in the wide leg forward bend, having done the twists to each side, you can try bringing the crown of the head towards the floor, and you can use, of course, your block to do this as well. That's no problem at all. Okay, so these will be the added extras if you should want to do some added extras, and if you don't, that's okay. Just rest in whatever variation you are enjoying the most. So let us prepare for more action. Feet in whatever position suits you best, standing at the top of your mat, rolling the shoulder blades towards each other, rolling the palms forward, feeling that lift from the center of the foot to the crown of the head. Breathe in here, breathing out the hands to Namaste. Breathing in, reaching up, and if you want to, you can breathe out as you separate your hands. Breathe in, lengthen over to the right side, stretching the left side of the body. Breathe in, back to center. Breathe out, back to center. Breathe in as you lengthen the right side, and breathe out, back to center. Breathe in, open your chest, and breathe out as you fold forward over your soft knees into a forward bend. Breathe in, step your left foot back as far as it goes. And breathe out, bring your hands to the top of your right thigh. Tucking the tailbone under. Breathe in, reach your arms up over your head. Breathe out, palms together if you wish. Here, we're going to breathe in and lengthen all the way over to the right side. Breathe out back to center. Firm in the belly. Breathe in, lengthen to the opposite side. Press into your feet. Breathe out back to center. One more time. Breathing in and open. Breathing out as you return. Breathing in and lengthen. Breathing out as you return. Breathe in, widen the elbows and open the chest. Breathe out as you twist towards the right. Breathe in back to center. Breathe out, twist towards the left. Lovely. Breathing in back to center. Breathe out as you twist. Breathe in back to center. Breathing out as you twist. Breathe in back to center. Breathe out as you reach the right forearm down to the right thigh. Breathe in as you lengthen the back leg. And reach the left arm over, extended side angle pose. Here, we'll just spend an extra breath here. So we're going to bend the knee a little bit deeper, making sure it's not over the front toes, firming the belly and really pressing into the outside edge of the back leg. One more deep breath in, rolling the chest maybe. Deep breath out, turn the palm. Breathing in, up to the center. Breathing out as you turn your right toes to point to the long edge of the mat. Breathing in, open your chest, roll the palms up at the same time. Breathing out as you fold forward from your hips, reaching for your support. Breathing in, lengthen through the arms and the legs, lift the left arm up. Breathing out back to center. Breathing in, lengthen through the arms and the legs, lift the right arm up. Breathing out back to center. Here, you can breathe in as you lengthen your torso, lift your belly, and then breathe out as you fold towards your mat and taking your head to whatever support is there, or it doesn't need to reach your support at all. You can soften the knees if you want to. Sometimes you'll find it a little bit easier with the feet slightly wider, which will give you the room to come down towards the mat. Take a deep breath in wherever you are, and a deep breath out. Breathe in as you lengthen the arms again. We're going to bring the heels in. Breathe out as you bend the knees. And then breathe in, come into your goddess squat. Fantastic. One of our lovely breaths. Breathe in, reach wide, open the chest. Breathe out. Oh yes, we're rocking. Breathe in, reach the arms wide. Breathe out as you turn your feet and drop your left forearm to your left thigh. Breathe in, reach the right arm over, roll the chest open. Bend the front knee a little more deeply, firm the belly as you continue to breathe. Let's have one more long deep breath in, one more long deep breath out. And then breathe in as you reach the right hand forward, pivot on the foot, drop your right knee down. Breathing out, coming into your runner's lunge, hands on top of the left thigh. Breathing in, reaching the arms up. Breathing out, shoulders down or palms together if you prefer. Breathe in, lengthen towards the right side. Breathe out back to center. Breathe in, side bend to the left. Breathe out back to center. Firm belly, breathing in as you lengthen. Breathing out as you return. Breathing in, side bend. Breathing out as you return. Breathing in, drop the elbows wide. Breathing out as you twist, doesn't matter which way. Breathe in, back to center. Breathing out as you twist. Breathe in, back to center. One more twist to each side. Breathing in. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in, back to center. Maybe open the chest a little. Breathe out as you fold forward here. Breathe in, lengthen the back leg. And breathe out as you step both feet to the front. Let's spend a moment in the forward bend. So folding over the legs, elbow to elbow if you want, or turning the backs of the hands to the floor. Deep breath in. Long, slow breath out. One more deep breath in. If you need to, you can release through the mouth. Bend the knees deeply. Breathe in, sweep the hands forward. Press into the legs to reach tall. Breathing out, shoulders down or palms together. Lengthen, breathing in, lengthening towards the right side. Breathing out as you return. Just one to each side. Breathing in to lengthen. Breathing out as you return. Breathing in, open your chest, lift your belly. Breathing out as you fold forward over your legs, forward bend. Breathing in, step the left foot back, knee to the mat. And breathing out, hands to the top of the right thigh. I'm going to breathe in, reach the arms up, firm belly. Breathing out, palms together or shoulders down. Breathing in, lengthen to the right side. Breathing out, back to center. Breathing in, lengthen to the left, firm in the buttocks. Breathing out, back to center. One more time to each side. Breathing out as you return. Breathing in. Breathing out as you return. Breathing in, drop the elbows wide. Breathing out as you twist. Breathing in, back to center. Breathing out as you twist. Breathing into the center. Breathing out as you twist. Breathing into the center. Breathing out as you twist. Breathing in and opening the chest. I feel like I've forgotten to do something, but it's okay. We're going to breathe out and fold down. So breathing in, lengthen the back leg. Bring the front forearm to the front thigh. And then here, we're going to just drop the hips forward a little. Check that front knee. Reach the left arm over the head. Draw the shoulder blades together. And really lengthen from the fingertips into the outside edge of the left foot. Take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Turn your left palm up. Breathe in, up to the center. Lengthen both legs. Breathe out as you turn your right toes in. Breathe in, open your chest. Breathing out as you fold forward into your forward bend. Here, we're going to lengthen through the arms and the torso. Breathe in, left arm up. Breathe out and down. Breathe in, right arm up. Breathe out and down. And then if you want to, you can widen your feet to do it if you prefer. Breathing in, lengthening through arms and legs and chest. And then breathing out as you draw the crown of your head towards your mat. Here in this forward bend, scooping the belly in, lengthening your tailbone up, making sure that your knees are not locked straight, so drawing the shoulder blades together as well, lengthening through the sides of the neck. Long deep breath in, long slow breath out. Then inhaling back up to a sort of halfway in position. Exhaling, bringing the heels in. Inhale. Draw your elbows wide as you sit in horse stance. One deep breath in, one deep breath out. Fantastic. Deep breath in again. Straight arms and legs. Press out your right heel, turn out your left toes, and reach your left forearm for your left leg. Reach your right arm over. Let's take a deep breath in as we roll the shoulder blades together. And a deep breath out. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. As you breathe in, begin to pivot on your back toe, reach your right hand down and your right knee to the floor. Breathing in, take your hands to the top of your left thigh. And breathe out here. Breathing in, reach the arms up over the head, palms together or shoulder blades apart. Breathing in as you lengthen to your left side, right side even. Breathe back to center. Breathing in, lengthen to the left. Breathe out back to center. Firm belly. Breathing in, firm buttocks. Breathing out as you return. Breathing in. Breathing out as you return. Breathe in, open the elbows wide. Breathe out as you twist. Breathe in to center. Breathe out as you twist. Breathe into center. Breathe out as you twist. Last one. Breathe into center. Breathe out as you twist. Breathe into the center, reach the arms up, firm the belly. Breathe out as you fold over your front leg. Breathe in, lengthen the back leg. And breathe out as you step both feet to the front. In your forward bend, bend your knees nice and deeply. Hold elbow to elbow, or with your the backs of your hands to the floor. And you can widen your feet a little if you'd like to. And here you can do a little shake or a shimmer if it feels good. Lengthening the sides of the torso. Lengthening across the sides of the hips. If you want to, you can roll the shoulder blades down the back and just do a gentle nod of the head and a shake of the head. And now we're going to roll up. Instead of coming up with a bent knees, we're going to roll up. So we're going to tuck the tailbone under, scoop the belly in, roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time, coming up into standing. Head coming last. Turn the palms forward for a moment because we are going to do our overhead stretches, but we're just going to give the body a moment to return to feeling comfortable. And if you feel dizzy, just take an extra minute here. When you're ready, you can reach the arms over the head as you breathe in, breathing out, dropping the shoulders or separating the hands. Breathe in as you lengthen the left side, lengthening all the way to the right. Breathing back to center. Breathing in as you lengthen to the left, lengthening the right side, right even. Breathing back to center. Breathe in as you open your chest. And breathe out as you find your hands back at the center of the chest in Namaste. Let's take a moment here, maybe closing the eyes or gazing gently downward, softening the knees if they've locked themselves, firming the belly just a touch, but allowing a deep breath. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Feel the length down the back of the neck, and when you're ready, you can bring your chin towards your chest. Take a few gentle deep breaths here. Find your inner smile, your inner strength. And when you're ready, raising your head, releasing your hands, opening your eyes. Awesome sauce, guys. Well done. Three moon salutations, and you completely rocked it. So moon salutations sometimes are considered to be the soft version compared to sun salutations. But that would be like saying that girls are softer than boys, which is obviously not the case. They are different, but they are equal. Okay, that's my feminism for the day. So we're going to do a little Garudasana, eagle pose, to finish our upstanding or standing up postures. So you can do this on your mat or off your mat if you prefer. I prefer to stand on the floor if I can, because it gets a little bit of feedback, better feedback through the feet. So we're going to do the left side first. So taking your weight onto your left foot, you're going to bend your left knee as deeply as feels comfortable. Find a point of focus ahead of you that is not moving, and cross your right leg, over your left leg. Now, if you can easily wrap your foot around, that's great. But if you can't, simply rest it to the side. And if you find balancing quite challenging, you might want to even rest your toes onto the floor. If crossing the legs doesn't work for you, if it's really not comfortable, you can just step one foot in front of the other. You still have to balance here, but you don't have to bend the knees, and you don't have to fully cross the legs. So choosing your legs of choice, firm in the belly, reaching the arms wide. So we've got the right leg on top of the left, which means we're going to have the left arm on top of the right as we reach the arms across, and hold our fingers as far around the body towards the shoulder blades as we can. Relax the elbows down. Take a few deep breaths. If you want to, you can stick with this variation. And if you prefer, you can lift your elbows, keeping the upper arms together, and bringing the forearms, the backs of the hands, or the palms of the hands towards each other. Taking a few deep breaths, firm in the belly, soften the shoulders, feel them broadening, widening. And then whenever you're ready, release your hands to your shoulders, step onto both feet. Then release the hands down the sides of the body, across the belly, and turn the palms open. In the center, maybe you need a bit of a wiggle. Maybe you just want to stay centered and observe the effect of your practice. To the other side. So we're going to bend the right knee deeply. I'm going to cross the left leg across the right leg to wherever is good. So it might be just wrapped a little, might be on the floor, might be wrapped all the way around, but the bend in the standing leg, the right leg, is important here. Firm your belly, reach your arms wide, and this time we have to reach the right arm over the left arm for balance. We're going to reach to the round the back as much as possible and drop the elbows down. Feeling that lift down the back, down the sides, but the softness across the shoulders now, a length there. Or if you want to, you can raise your elbows, keep the upper arms together, and bring the backs of the hands or the palms of the hands towards each other. Still using your point of focus, relaxing the shoulders down, firm in your center, breathing deeply. Wobbling is okay. Wobbling is what balancing is all about. When you're ready, release your hands down, step onto both feet, and then find your hands all the way down the sides of the body, across the belly, to turn the palms open. Wriggling anything that needs wriggling. Fabulous stuff. Okay, guys, so we're done with the standing upness. We're going to come to lying downness. And some of you might prefer to lie with your legs up on a chair or legs up the wall for relaxation proper, but we're going to do a little bit of limbering first, and I'll give you time to find the position that suits you the best for relaxation. So I'm just going to bring a couple of things closer so that I've got them to hand. Very good. So it doesn't matter how you get to the mat, but if you want to get to the mat in a yogic way, some people like to marry all of the bits of their practice together, then malasana is quite a nice thing to do. So the feet are wide, the knees are going to be over the feet. We're going to bend into a deep squat, and it doesn't matter if you're up on your toes or further down with the heels, pressing the elbows into the forearms, upper arms, into the insides of the legs, keeping the chest lifted and the bottom down. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. Feels like a great stretch across the groins, which we've used quite a lot today. And then from here, we can gracefully find our way to the floor. That's the plan anyway. And when you do, bringing your knees into your chest, hugging them towards you, making any movements that feel good. So you can maybe stir the knees together a little bit in the same direction. Feel that massaging that's happening across the back of the body. And you might like to stir your knees in the opposite direction. You can keep hold of the knees, separate them slightly, and make the knees go in opposite directions. I call this one rock and roll, because you do a little bit of both. Aces. And then we can go in the opposite direction as well. We're trying to enjoy this playful part at the end of the class where we get to release some of our tension. So you can keep the knees wide and make circles with the knees wide as well, which is lovely. And then you can bring the feet together, the toes together, but keep the knees wide and make nice big circles with the knees here. And you can go, of course, in both directions. And hopefully that feels really nice. And you can release your feet to the floor one at a time. Stretch out. We'll take a stretch through the body. So stretching the arms over the head, stretching through the heels, pressing the low back down into the mat, lengthening the whole of the back of the body down towards the floor, firm in the belly, and just holding as you breathe. And then gently releasing the arms down to the side, releasing the legs, releasing the back. We'll do it one more time, but stretching the front of the body. So breathing in, stretching the hands over the head, pointing the toes, letting the back of the body release away from the mat if it wants to, firm in the belly still, lengthen the toes and the fingers away from each other. Hold just as you breathe. And then gently releasing the arms down to the sides. Excellent. Let's take the feet and place them on the floor again. Take the arms just a little bit away from the body, not too far, and sway the knees from side to side. So we're not looking for a full twist, we're looking for a gentle releasing action here at the back of the body. Firmness in the belly muscles. And once you've built into this feeling of sway, perhaps it will feel right to have a little bit more range of movement, so a little bit more towards a full spinal twist or a fuller spinal twist. Basis. Doing one more to each side, really well controlled with the core muscles. And then bringing the feet a little bit closer to the body, crossing the right leg or the left leg, doesn't matter which, over the opposite thigh. And here we're going to firm the belly a little bit and raise the left foot off the floor. So the standing leg off the floor, keeping the knees bent and the feet flexed. Don't have to be really flexed so that you feel tension, but just a little bit active. And here we're going to stir with the standing leg knee. So that's, I've got my right leg crossed over my left, so my left leg is the one that's controlling all the movement. So a little bit of action here for the abdominal muscles we really need to control. I'm going to stir in both directions. And you'll feel hopefully a nice openness across your hip. And you can also wave the knees from side to side, particularly the left knee is the driving force here. Just feeling that length. And it might feel better to you to have your left leg extended. You can do all of this with your leg extended as well. When you're ready, we're going to float the left foot to the floor, but keep the knees in this position. And then firm in the belly. Exhale your left knee down to the left. I hope I'm still on the screen. There we are. And your right foot perhaps comes to the floor. Here, just ease through that sense of length happening across the right hip or the one of the top leg. And you can find a good position for your head. Maybe it's neutral or turned to one side or the other. We're going to try to release as much effort as possible here, so no effort in the tummy muscles. Relaxed shoulders, relax your face, your feet, and your legs as much as you can. Just take a few deep breaths. If this one isn't comfortable for any reason, just a normal spinal twist will do. Lying down spinal twist of your choice. After your next exhalation, firm your belly muscles and bring your legs back to center. We're going to uncross the legs. Take a moment Maybe stretching the legs long, sometimes that feels good. Waving the feet from side to side, moving the thigh bones in the hip sockets. Very good. Then we're going to bend the knees again. Place the left foot over, or left leg over the right leg. Firm the belly to bring the right foot off the floor, flexing both feet just gently. And then making nice sort of stirring motions with that driving right leg. Left and right's not working for me today. Going in both directions. So here we're still firm in the belly. Belly muscles are very active. When we're exploring that feeling of lengthening and easing of the effort from those muscles. And we're going to gently wave the knees from side to side. I may have a disproportionate view of how stiff these muscles are. We've been doing lots and lots of hill walking and cycling the last few days. If you want to, of course, you can lengthen your standing leg, your right leg this time. When you feel like you've explored everything there is to explore here, dropping the right foot to the floor, firming the belly, and just allowing the right knee to go to the right, the left leg to follow. When you get into your twist, whatever kind of twist you're doing, if it's not this one, softening your effort. So relaxing the belly muscles, the shoulders, the legs, the feet, and the face. Turning your head to whichever position feels comfortable. It might be different on this side than it was on the last side, that's okay. And taking a few long, deep breaths. After your next exhalation, firming the belly muscles, bringing the legs back to center, uncrossing the legs, and again, lengthening the legs away from you. Now, I happen to have moved my blocks out of the way, but hopefully you've got one close by for our next thing. So please excuse me. Grabbing a block or some kind of support, can be your bolster as well, and just lifting your hips and placing a block underneath the back of your pelvis. So we want to support the bony structures at the back of the pelvis, not too much into the buttocks, and not into the soft parts of the back of the body that come above the hip bones. So you can have your block at any height. I'm on medium height. There's low, medium, and high. I wouldn't have it on high because this is winding down to relaxation. But medium height if you need just a little bit more room to open the hip flexors, and lower if you don't. Releasing the arms out to the side. You can also release your legs feet slightly away from you. Find that comfortable spot. I'm going to take a few deep breaths here. If you find you're bothered by your sacroiliac joint after wide leg work, then you can actually turn your block to be long ways on your spine, so you rest over the narrow edge of your block. And that allows the sides of the pelvis to come back and down and pushes the sacrum forward just a touch, which seems to realign the sacroiliac joint quite well. You'll know if that's you, and if it's not you, then don't worry about that. Just breathe. Relaxed face, relaxed belly, shoulders. Surrender as much of your weight down as you can. after your next exhalation. You can continue in this position if you want to, but gently lifting if you prefer to come into relaxation proper, and releasing the hips down as you remove your block. Today, if you'd like to use a bolster underneath the backs of the legs, you can for relaxation. If you'd like to put a blanket or a cushion there, it's fine too. If you prefer to relax with your legs up the wall, that's really nice after a standing-based practice. And you can also do that with your legs, particularly the calves, resting on a chair seat if you prefer. Whatever you choose for relaxation, allow it to be a position that's really comfortable. And if you don't feel warm, use a blanket too, because your blood pressure will be dropping now that we're cooling down, and the body becomes cooler as we move into relaxation. Whatever position you choose, if you can, allow your palms to turn upwards as you rest the arms away from the body, so that the shoulders can really relax. And if the shoulders don't feel relaxed, maybe try crossing the arms across the body, nestling that space between the upper arms, between the shoulder blades, in the upper back, into the mat for a few moments before releasing your arms wide again. Your arms can be anything from out at shoulder height to all the way down towards your hips, but choose somewhere where the fronts of the shoulders feel open and relaxed. And gently roll your head from one side to the other, surrendering the weight of the head completely downwards as you do. And whenever you're ready, you can bring your head back to center. Make any adjustments to your posture to bring you into comfort, and then bring your body to stillness. Take a long, deep breath in, sigh out through your mouth. Repeating 3 more times. A long, deep breath in, let all of your effort go. A long, deep breath in, let your muscles begin to relax. Last deep breath in, and surrender your weight down into your mat. Allow your breath to fall into its natural, spontaneous rhythm and fall away into silence. Bring your awareness into your forehead. Feel it soften and spread. Feel the area around your eyes relaxing. Your mouth, tongue, and jaw releasing. Move your awareness into the back of your body. Allow the whole of the back of the body to feel heavy, warm, supported, releasing down. Move your awareness to the front of your body. Become aware of the space over you and around you. Feel the touch of air on your face, the movement of your clothes on your skin as you breathe. The sensation of holding space in the palms of the hands. Move your awareness to your breath and gently deepen your breath. Inhaling for the count of 3 and exhaling for the count of 3. Inhaling for 3 and exhaling for 3. Inhaling light, energy, harmony. Exhaling tension, fatigue, negativity. Inhaling light, energy, harmony. Exhaling tension, fatigue, negativity. Allow your breath to fall in this rhythm whenever you're aware of it. Allow your body to relax deeper with every exhalation. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back into your hands and your fingers. Moving your your fingers and your toes. Moving your fingers and toes. Rolling your ankles, rolling your wrists. When you feel ready, you can take a deep breath in and stretch the arms and the legs. And then bend your knees into your chest, hug them towards you. Make any movements that feel good. Maybe a bit of rock and roll, turning the head gently. Awakening the body. In your own time, you can turn onto one side. Just spend a moment on your side. When you feel ready, coming into any comfortable seated position. Keeping the eyes gently closed if you can. Bringing the palms of the hands together, rub them vigorously, getting lots of heat into the hands, Movement into the arms a little, pressing them firmly, rubbing them hard. When you're ready, placing the hands over the eyes, feeling that warmth soften and release the area around your eyes. Blinking into your palms a few times. Releasing your hands down as you open your eyes. Namaste, guys. Thank you for joining me for this lovely moon salutation practice. I hope you enjoyed it. And for those of you who are on the video, see you next time.